Your last conversation has made them reconsider their entire approach to love and relationships. They're now reflecting on how your perspective has shifted their understanding of what truly matters. Since your recent interaction, they've been deeply contemplating their own emotions and life choices. Your words have prompted them to reevaluate their priorities and view their future differently. The impact of your last conversation has led them to a moment of introspection. They're now reassessing their own feelings and decisions, influenced by the depth of your insights. Following your recent exchange, they found themselves questioning their previous beliefs. Your perspective has inspired them to rethink their approach to their personal and emotional life. Your last interaction has caused them to reflect on their own priorities with a new understanding. They're now evaluating their past choices and considering how to align their future with their true desires. Since your conversation, they've been reevaluating their entire outlook on their life and relationship. Your words have encouraged them to consider new perspectives and make meaningful changes. The recent exchange has prompted them to delve deeply into their own emotions. They're now reassessing their feelings and decisions, recognizing the impact of your thoughtful insights. Your last conversation has been a catalyst for self-reflection. They're now reconsidering their priorities and how they approach their personal life, inspired by the depth of your words. Following your recent interaction, they've been experiencing a shift in their perspective. They're reevaluating their own choices and feelings, understanding that your insights have opened new possibilities. The impact of your last exchange has led them to question their own beliefs and decisions. They're now reflecting on how your words have reshaped their understanding of their own priorities. Since your last conversation, they've been engaged in a profound process of reflection. Your perspective has prompted them to rethink their approach to their relationship and personal goals. Your recent interaction has caused them to look at their life with a new perspective. They're now reassessing their emotions and priorities, recognizing the significance of your insights. The conversation you had has led them to a moment of clarity. They're now reflecting on their own choices and decisions, understanding that your words have influenced their view of the future. Following your recent meeting, they're contemplating a new approach to their personal life. Your perspective has inspired them to rethink their priorities and make meaningful changes. Your last interaction has sparked a significant shift in their mindset. They're now reevaluating their own feelings and decisions, driven by the impact of your thoughtful insights. Since your conversation, they've been deeply reflecting on their own priorities and emotions. Your words have prompted them to reconsider their approach to their personal and relationship goals. The impact of your last exchange has led them to rethink their entire approach to their life and relationships. They're now reassessing their feelings with a fresh and thoughtful perspective. Your recent interaction has caused them to engage in a process of introspection. They're now reflecting on their own choices and priorities, recognizing the influence of your insights. Following your last conversation, they've been reevaluating their own emotions and decisions. Your words have prompted them to consider new perspectives and make adjustments to their future plans. The recent exchange has inspired them to question their previous assumptions about their life and relationships. They're now reflecting on how your insights have reshaped their understanding. Since your last meeting, they've been undergoing a significant shift in their perspective. Your words have led them to reconsider their own feelings and priorities with newfound clarity. Your last conversation has been a turning point for them. They're now rethinking their approach to their personal life and relationships, influenced by the depth of your recent exchange. The impact of your recent interaction has led them to a moment of profound reflection. They're now reassessing their priorities and emotions, recognizing how your words have influenced their outlook. Following your last exchange, they're contemplating a new perspective on their personal and emotional life. Your insights have prompted them to reevaluate their decisions and approach. Your recent conversation has been a catalyst for change in their life. They're now reflecting on their own feelings and priorities, understanding that your perspective has reshaped their view. Your last interaction made them reconsider their entire perspective on life. They now see things through a new lens, understanding the depth of their emotions and the value of your presence. After your recent conversation, they found themselves questioning everything they thought they knew. Your words have prompted a profound reassessment of their priorities and feelings. That last moment you shared left a significant mark on them. They're now reflecting deeply on their own life choices and the impact you've had on their view of love and commitment. The exchange you had has led them to re-examine their entire approach to relationships. They're realizing that what they thought was enough might not be what they truly need. Your recent interaction has triggered a major shift in their mindset. They're now contemplating how their life and relationship could change for the better, thanks to your influence. Since your last conversation, they've been reevaluating their feelings with a fresh perspective. The impact of your words has led them to reconsider their future and their role in it. The recent exchange you had has caused them to look inward and question their past decisions. They're now seeing their life and relationship in a new light, inspired by your honesty. After your last interaction, they've found themselves in a state of reflection. They're reassessing their feelings and priorities, recognizing the significance of what you've shared. Your recent conversation has prompted them to rethink their entire approach to love. They're now evaluating their past choices and envisioning a new path forward with a clearer understanding. The impact of your last meeting has been profound. They're now seeing their own emotions and relationship dynamics in a different light, thanks to the depth of your exchange. Since you last spoke, they've been grappling with new insights. Your words have challenged their previous assumptions, leading them to reassess what truly matters in their life. Your recent interaction has sparked a journey of self-discovery for them. They're now reevaluating their feelings and considering how they can align their actions with their newfound perspective. The conversation you had has left them in deep contemplation. They're rethinking their priorities and emotions, realizing that your insights have illuminated new paths they hadn't considered before. Following your last interaction, they've begun to question their previous beliefs and decisions. Your perspective has catalyzed a significant shift in their understanding of their own needs and desires. The recent exchange you had has caused them to reevaluate their entire approach to their personal life. They're now reflecting on how your words have reshaped their view of what they truly want. Your last interaction has had a profound impact on their thoughts. They're now reconsidering their own feelings and decisions, realizing that they need to adjust their approach to align with their true desires. Since your last meeting, they've been engaged in deep introspection. Your words have prompted them to reassess their priorities and view their relationship from a new and insightful perspective. The recent conversation you had has led them to reconsider their entire outlook on life. They're now reflecting on how your insights have reshaped their understanding of their own emotions and actions. Your last interaction has been a turning point for them. They're now reevaluating their feelings and choices, understanding that what you've shared has opened their eyes to new possibilities. Following your recent conversation, they've found themselves rethinking their approach to their personal life. Your perspective has encouraged them to explore new ways of thinking about their future. The impact of your last interaction has been significant. They're now reflecting on their own feelings and decisions, recognizing that your words have prompted a deep reassessment of their priorities. Since your last conversation, they've been immersed in a process of self-evaluation. Your insights have led them to rethink their past choices and consider a new direction for their life and relationship. Your recent interaction has led them to a moment of clarity. They're now reassessing their own emotions and actions, realizing that your perspective has brought new understanding and depth to their thoughts. The conversation you had has inspired them to look at their life through a different lens. They're reevaluating their priorities and emotions, thanks to the insightful nature of your recent exchange. Following your last meeting, they're experiencing a shift in their perspective. They're now contemplating how your words have influenced their view of their own feelings and future.